We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom. You can be anything you want to be. And when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got nothing but the OG himself, Chuck Little John. And underneath this boat, man, we are empty right now. We're waiting on our third co-host to come on stage. How's everybody out there doing on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, man? When you come to the channel, remember, bring a friend, tell a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. What's up, James Little John, Kanisha Davis, and everybody else out there? OG, man, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Been working some split shifts, but I'm glad I'm not doing it tonight. And I noticed that Kanisha said Happy Wednesday. And for those of you who don't know, the day Wednesday during the week is called Hump Day.
Yes, indeed. Hump Day in the building. Not for the views, my dog. Welcome back on, big homie. We appreciate you rocking with us. We got a great show, man. This is episode 76, season 4. Today, man, we're going to talk about what's going on with the league. What's going on with our athletes nowadays? I want to know, and I want to get you all's opinion on what is going on and how or if we can fix the problem that's going on. People not competing anymore. So I want to jump into that. I want to jump into a little football. We haven't talked about my Cowboys in a while. So I want to talk about my Cowboys. I want to talk about Jimmy Johnson coming on. I want to talk about Dak Prescott possibly getting that extension we was talking about a couple episodes ago. I want to talk about all those things, man, and get you all's opinion on that. And then, of course, I want to get your opinion on Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry. Where could they possibly be going? So, I think those would be good topics to jump into. I know this Cowboys topic might get a little heated. You know how we do, OG.
Will it get heated?
I don't know. I hope wifey's up next to you, man, to keep you calm down over there, man. You know,
what we need is a calming person to come in before we start talking about that topic.
You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. So before we jump in, man, let's just and let everybody know about the Adaptive Life Foundation and the TCY crew family are having a annual charity golf tournament on April 15th. It is a Monday. It is a day that you will have to take off. It is a day that we would like for you to come out and join in with the crew and you and golf with us, man. I believe I have finally something that I can show. Hopefully, let's see. Maybe not. I thought I put it on here, but I don't see it on here anymore. But I had a picture of it somewhere. Slides. There we go. Bam. All right, there it is, right there, you all. I just talked to my guy Earl, and he said he will have for us a QR code. So people, all you got to do is scan that QR code, and all the information that come up with our information, the Adaptive Life information, and how you can pay. and how you can pay. It will be will be able to pay through Eventbrite if you're interested. So that would be out too in the next coming weeks. So we thank y'all. We thank y'all for rocking with us, man. And hopefully we'll get to see you all and actually meet you all in person. All right. We got our there he is. I was about to say we got our third co-host on, man. None other than Decatur's most delightful Corey Davis.
Oh, to add to that adaptive life golf tournament, they always say, we weren't deemed the champ, but we were the champ. So to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. So all of you out there, all of you golfers out there, come on out and take on the unanimous Little John team +1.
So y'all won.
We should have won. We got robbed. We came in second. I'm still upset about that.
If I'm not mistaken, y'all didn't finish like we didn't finish. The winner was already declared.
But is that my fault?
Could have played faster.
How do I play fast? I'm gonna do run through people. Okay, we gonna remember that. We gonna remember that this year.
Okay. Listen. If I'm not mistaken, we were the last ones playing.
You were
when they declared a winner.
We hadn't even got back to the clubhouse by the time they could declare the winner. So you're right.
Right, Tiger Woods had already.
There it is. All right.
But yeah, now let y'all know how much fun it is.
A lot of fun. Everybody out there,
and you're not.
Yeah. Everybody out there on Facebook, put your name in the chat. Everybody on Twitch, like my guy Not For The Views did. Put your name in the chat, man. Put something in the chat so we can see you, so we can recognize you as well. We like to interact with the people out there, man, the chat line. So let's get it going. I see about 10 people out there right now, man. So put your name out there, peoples. If my homegirl, if Terry's out there, put your name out there, Terry. Miss Terry Moses. I know my wife is out watching and my daughters are out watching as well. And 2 people just dropped off just after I said that. Okay.
Look, I gotta add something. So all this morning, I'm like everybody else when you are, going through Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and I kept going. It's Friday. It's Friday, and I'm like, it's Wednesday, and this dude dancing on everyone. Everyone I'm looking at, I'm like, why? Normally I get it on Friday, but Wednesday, and 3 different times. I think on the last one I put another one. Galen dancing. When it's supposed to be, it's Friday, but it's Wednesday. I'm like, this dude here, he done put out so much content. It's hitting on Wednesday now.
Oh man, that's good. You should, next time you get that, make sure you share it. Make sure you share it.
I'm not sharing your likes on this Friday on a Wednesday. You dancing on a Friday and it's coming up for me on a Wednesday. I share it on Friday. I was like, okay.
Nobody said watching and shopping. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you, boo. I appreciate it.
Hey, buy me something too.
All right.
Rodney said, "What's up, fellas? Hump day." And James Littlejohn said, "We had clowns in front of us." I'm not really sure who he's talking about.
You know what he's talking about? He's talking about the golf tournament.
Listen, the Larry and them was in front of us, and y'all were behind us. So who? It was a group of us. It was a group.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check on this shotgun store to see if I'm gonna make sure that it is set up the exact way it should be.
Yeah, they said it would be. They said it would be this time.
Yeah, they told me that last year too.
Yeah.
So what was the problem? We ended up being behind y'all. We was behind y'all.
You know what I'm saying? But help me out here. Okay, so like I said, last year was my first time for the listeners out there. Last time was my first time. The guys have been introducing me slowly, with this golf thing. And, I remember getting in the car. I'm riding with Galen, the whole time, which was a hoot. But tell me how we're supposed to start. How was it supposed, with 18 holes, how was it supposed to be set up?
It was set up right. What I was saying was it's a shotgun start. So they on your cart, they tell you what hole you're going to start, because you can't, in this kind of tournament, you can't all start on the same on the first hole or the 10th
Yeah.
hole. So you have a shotgun start, and everybody goes to a different hole and
Right.
starts play. What I was
Is that
saying
what-
was that
Is that what we did last year?
No, we started with, for some reason, my dad and his crew started on the same hole as we did. So remember, we had to wait for them to finish up and then play behind them.
Yeah.
So that kind of slowed us down a lot. So my dad, they was on hole, let's say 3. We should have been on hole 2. OG and them should have been on hole 4 or 1 or whatever. So everybody should have had their own hole,
Yeah.
and then you just go from there. And it didn't
And
work.
this year is supposed to be done. It's supposed to be done like this.
It's supposed to be done the right this way. He said he didn't know it, so hopefully that is fixed this time.
Yeah, so we should run y'all this time.
So let me ask you this. So with that being said, if we do it in that manner, will we be able to finish on time?
We should be able to, long as we don't have people holding us up. You remember we did have, my dad and then my dad had a crew in front of them that the ladies that I think they went the wrong way. Remember they were stuck, and then they had to come back around and play that hole again. So yeah, so it was a little bit of a struggle because I think the signs were wrong too to tell you which way to go.
Yeah,
so it was a little difficult. So hopefully we won't have that same issue this year. But even through all that, I think it was still an amazing time. I think we still had an amazing time, man. Let's hope we have better weather. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah. It was chilly when we first started.
Yeah, a little chilly.
Yeah, a little chilly, man. We was out there freezing. All right. Tell you who, if you are freezing and you're looking for a home, this is the guy you need to go to once you get your home.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
All right, appreciate it once again, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for always being a wonderful sponsor of the TCY crew and a very first segment. All right, fellas, man, let's jump right in here. And I want to start right here. And what can we do about this situation right here? Oh, go ahead, OG. I'm sorry.
You want your Black History moment?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We are still in Black History. I'm sorry. Happy Black History Month to everybody, too. Yeah,
Look, that man is ready to get out of February.
I'm so happy. I mean, I'm so happy.
And you got an extra day.
We do have an extra day. Go ahead, OG. You got something for us?
What y'all saying? An extra day of what? What you mean?
Extra day in February. It's leap year.
Yeah, 29. Oh, Lord, Jesus, I forgot about that. I'm just as worse as he is.
So before I get started, people that's born on February 29th, I guess they celebrate their birthday on the 28th. They only celebrate every 4 years.
Yeah. No.
You say yeah.
So I had a friend that I went to high school with. He did that. He was a leap year, because I ain't gonna lie, growing up, unless somebody explained it to you, you didn't know what it was. He was a leap year baby, and I kept going. I'm a funny dude, but at the same time, ignorance is bliss, or ignorance can be just ignorant, and that's what I was. I was like, why they keep calling you a leap year kid? Or what you jumping over every day? He said, no, I was born on the 29th, and I was like, okay, a bunch of people born on 29th. He's like, yeah, but it's only 28 days normally in February. And then remember growing up, we got some weird rules, and I guess do they celebrate? Do they do that everywhere? Like where there's 29 days and 28 days everywhere, or is it just the United States? You know what I'm saying? Because we're the only ones that do time zones. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But anyway, yes, he celebrates. Normally his birthday is celebrated on the 28th, but then on his real birthday on the leap year 29th.
That's interesting.
So no, he don't celebrate every 4 years when it's the original, like the original 29th.
So why does he celebrate early? Why don't he celebrate on the 1st?
Because it's another month. Like he don't want to go to March, because he just said he stays in February. He wants to still be considered a February baby, as opposed to changing the whole from February to March. You
So I
know,
wonder,
it just
I almost took him this long. So I wonder how it looked at when he write down his date of birth.
oh,
February
Lord.
29th. February, they're like, you,
Yeah.
February 29th.
Yeah.
That would look
That's
weird.
it, right? Or if he doing something online and the 29 ain't there, you know.
Yeah.
Man, so I would imagine he uses that. That would be kind of weird.
That's a good point.
That is a
Yeah.
great point. So I wonder how that works for him. Because he can't never get license messed up. Can't get his license. Wow.
You know what?
Oh,
I
man.
ain't seen him in years. But it was just funny to us when we first realized it. You know, and like I said, that he was born on the 29th. But
Okay.
that,
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff, man. I know that's not your Black History Month. We didn't even jump into that yet.
I was gonna say, is that it?
Nah, that wasn't it.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go through it real quick because I know we just took a lot of time on leap year. So want to talk about Sojourner Truth.
Okay.
Sojourner Truth was actually born. I mean, her given name was Isabella. I'm probably gonna mess this up. Baumfree. That was her given name.
Bomb free.
Yeah. She gave herself the name Sojourner Truth in 1943. She was a abolitionist. I always have a hard time saying this. Abolitionist and an activist. She was born into slavery and escaped with her infant daughter in 1828 to recover her, and then she recovered her son that was taken from her, who was sold into slavery, in which she sued and won a case against a white guy during that time, which is kind of unheard of.
That is unheard of.
Yeah. During the Civil War, she helped recruit black troops for the Union Army, and she tried unsuccessfully to secure land grants from the federal government for formerly enslaved people, which was known as 40 Acres and a Mule.
Okay. Hey.
A memorial truth was unveiled in 2009 in the Emancipation Hall in the United States Capitol. And truth was included in Smithsonian's magazine as one of the 100 most significant Americans of all time in 2014.
That's awesome.
Truth.
Where is she from?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say, you know, she from South
She was
Carolina.
born. I don't know where she's from. She was born in the slavery. So I'm not sure where she actually
Okay.
claims as her hometown. I'm sure she has she claims a hometown. I'm just not sure where it was. No, it's not South Carolina. I didn't do it because of South Carolina. I actually do because I run across this and at South Carolina State we have a female dormitory that's called Truth Hall, and it's actually named after her.
Okay. HBCU, great. South Carolina
HBCU.
State Bulldog. All right.
I want to share something.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Corey.
So this was yesterday in Black History. This is my Black History Month. So I found out my biological grandfather's name, and I was given a photo of him. I was sent a photo of him yesterday for the first time. This is my biological father's dad. You know, and I ain't gonna lie. You know, I think I tell stories about that side of the family, which I don't really hardly know. But a cousin of mine on that side, who's been very nice to me since I met her as a grown up. Shout out to Elizabeth Brown. Thank you so much. But she sent me a photo of my grandfather. Now he died in 1974. So I would have never met. He probably would, he would never seen me. But that was my first time actually seeing a photo of, where I kind of, came from. So, that kind of touched me yesterday. You know what I mean? So, and yesterday in his Black History, I've got for the first time to see my grandfather on a photo. That was sent to me.
Good
Yeah,
stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, good stuff. Good to see where you came from, man. What you looking
At
like?
least, right? Yeah, I don't look, kind of looking like.
Yeah, kind of look like.
Because of black and white photo or whatever, and then Yeah. But the way they story,
they had color photos in 1974, man.
not on this one. I mean, this was an older photo, but he died in '74. So I don't.
Okay.
They said I don't. I don't know how old he was. I'm just still
so
getting.
May have been from further back.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I got
John,
you.
John Henry Ansley is his name.
Ansley. So you're Ansley.
Yes, in a sense, yes.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So
good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right.
yeah, so
So let's jump into this, fellas. We've been chit-chatting for 20 minutes. We ain't had no sports.
it's Black History, man.
Yeah,
This is
Black History, man. Sorry, y'all who came here for some sports barbershop talk, but we about to get it started right now. All right, so everybody watched the NBA All-Star game. We've talked about the NFL Pro Bowl, how people don't compete no more, how competing is just not part of NBA basketball or almost any sport nowadays until the playoffs start. That's when everybody gets serious all of a sudden. It's becoming a problem. I want to know, do y'all think it can be fixed? This is actually going on in college right here. It's not just in the NBA, but I got a clip I want to play from Penny Hardaway.
On TV, brought that up. Questioning effort. And we're playing for our life. Like this is terrible, man. This is not competing at all. I don't know what's going on, but it's not competing. Is that? I mean, there was, the broadcast team on TV that brought that up. Questioning effort, everything. So you say that's fair? Yeah, it's fair. Y'all saw the same game we saw, right? I just don't understand why it's not competing. Every game we're playing is for our life, to make it to the NCAA tournament. That's how I view coming in every game.
Kind of a broad question, but do you feel like certain guys or all guys have kind of quit on the season?
Not all guys, my man. Don't try to do that to all the guys. It seems like some have, though. It's been going on like that for a minute, though. Is there any? I assume you don't want to.
All right, so that's Penny Hardaway being interviewed after the game this past weekend. Penny Hardaway is the coach of the Memphis Tigers. He went back to his home to try to, rejuvenate this Memphis squad that has kind of been struggling over the last couple 10, 12 years or whatever it may be. But you can see the frustration. You can hear the frustration in his responses. That his team is not playing hard. His team is not giving the full effort. His team is not competing. And we talk about this with the All-Star game. Why aren't they competing anymore? What do you think is going on, and why these kids aren't wanting to compete anymore with each other? Like growing up, man, we used to compete at anything. We wanted to beat you in hopscotch. We wanted to beat you in 21. We wanted to beat you in everything we played, poker, spades. Why is the competition not there anymore? What do y'all think it is?
What that mean, Corey? To me, I'm pro NIL, but I think NIL may have played some part in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got everybody on the team that get NIL money. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I guess you could be looking at one of two ways. You could see that I guess the best players on most of the teams get the bigger NIL deals. The guys that doing the grunt work don't. So I guess you could look at it multiple ways. I guess you could say, well, if you want that kind of money, you need to improve yourself and get at it to get that type of money. Mm-hmm. But then, if you had the other top players and they are flamboyant about it, and kind of like, I won't say they are doing it and rubbing it in the face, then that could be a problem. And then two, I know Penny Hardaway is saying that they don't have to drive, what the case may be. But is that part of the coach too? Is the coach as a coach, are you not giving your players that kind of pep talk like we heard Deion do sometime? Deion gave a pep talk sometime and made me want to go play. Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's part of it on the coaches too.
Okay. Corey, you want to chime in on that?
Is this complaint just basketball that we're talking about here? or are we, just sports in general?
I would put it at sports in general, but I think it's hard to kind of see it in football because there's
Hmm.
so many players. I think it's and baseball as well. You don't see the same players playing all the time, and the game is kind of slow, so you don't really get to see if they're really giving their full effort. I think in baseball, but and basketball is 5 people on the court, so there's more eyes on you, and I think it's more noticeable when you're not giving full effort. Um, than it is in football, unless somebody comes out and says it, like Xavier Woods did for the Cowboys a couple of years back when he said, "Hey man, I'm not. We don't play. We don't run 100% of the time. We don't run. We don't give our effort 100% effort every time. That's not. We're not doing that. If the play is not in our direction, I'm not going to run to get to that play." This is what he said.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
The only time we actually see it in football is, like I said, the Pro Bowl. When they're, this is not, they don't play the Pro Bowl to go to, like, I guess let's use Hawaii. They don't go to Hawaii to leave with a concussion or to not come off the field or something like that. So we know the Pro Bowl has been done like that, and I think we see it in the NBA because those guys just want to score. They don't want to play hard defense. They don't want to, foul out a game. They don't want to get called for a foul, But at the same time, this didn't start now. We've been seeing this on a progressive scale for some time now, where it's more of a celebrity type deal, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And it makes it difficult to say that this game is made for a competitive, I guess with a competitive nature and spirit from every player. They come here to show their ability to jump, shoot, all that type of stuff, and that's primarily it. This is not a competitive game anymore. You know what I mean?
Is,
Yeah,
is is that a problem though? So when you have the best players in the
Hold
league,
on, guys.
do you not want to see the best players compete against each other in the All-Star game? Like, I want to see when you go to the All-Star game and these fans, they don't get to see these great players play all the time. So at an All-Star game, what it used to be is you get to see all these great players come out here and compete against each other. The best of the best gets to compete against each other. And now you're not really able to see that anymore. Isn't that what the All-Star game is supposed to be?
yeah. I think for the All Star game, I think it's twofold. I think we've seen where they have been more competitive. I'm trying to think how many seasons ago it was. I know at the end of, I think they did the end of the half, at the end of the quarter, whoever had the most points or something, they got, it was some kind of incentive.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now it's not an incentive. So I think they have more of an incentive. And then two, I guess would that even work because these are the best players, so they got the biggest contracts already.
Yeah.
So if the incentive maybe goes to maybe their charities or something like that, and they're playing for their charities, maybe that would give them more of a drive. Because I guess the money in this case, because these are the top tier athletes, they're getting the top tier salaries. So I don't know if money would be that big of a drive for them. It may or may not. But like I said, it's just got, like you said, it's gotten lackluster. It's going 200 something points in the All Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's some kind of way they got to drive in some kind of sense. Then the second thing is mid season, so nobody a contending player with your team contending, you on the risk getting hurt mid season and then be out for the run to the playoffs too.
Yeah. But how many times has a player been injured in an All-Star game?
Well, they're not being injured because they're not really playing. They're not playing that they would play. Like you're saying, in the All Star game, you want to see these players play in the All Star game and they all come together like that, like it's the conference finals to get to the championship. You want to see them they play that hard, and then they go or the finals, and then they go play that hard.
Or even go at each other. They're not even going at each other. And I got a little clip. And this is, I mean, I hate to go back here, but I'm gonna play this little clip. and hope we don't get banned for it. But
Oh Lord.
responsibility, and we're voted in for what we do during the season, which is play hard. I think that's what the fans really want to see. They want to see us get after it a little bit.
Kobe all over James. He has really done an amazing job defensively.
Here's Jordan with the change of pace. And rejected by Bryant.
Steal by Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant now with 7 points in overtime.
Hit the three. Oh, here's a steal by Kobe.
First flagrant foul in All-Star game history.
They led by as many as 33. Bryant to the rim first. Played by Rose, finding space.
I want them to come out and compete. You're gonna do something for me. Let's go out there and compete and have a good competitive game. And then let's win the game.
And that's what that's what we're missing. We're missing the players that want to compete against the best players. I saw a couple players out there willing to do it this All-Star game. And I'm gonna throw him out. Scotty Barnes, he wanted to compete. I thought Giannis, he wanted to compete. Carl Anthony Towns, he wanted to compete. Damian Lillard, he wanted to compete. I didn't see a whole lot of the West players wanting to really compete out there. And
what dog do they have in the fight? What dog do they have to do that? What incentive, do they have?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. The incentive is this is what I'm talking about. This is what everybody wants something in return. Where is the I want to be the best? I'm gonna show you I'm the best guy out here. Where is the you're not better than me? Yeah, we're all out here as all-stars, but I'm here to compete against you. I'm here to show you I'm better.
That day is gone, ain't it? That day gone with the dodo.
And maybe they do something similar to, I guess, because it seemed like there was a lot more intensity for this mid-season tournament. Mm-hmm. So maybe they need to do, I guess, give them some kind of incentive where it's a trophy that whoever the winning side gets. I mean, make it something big hoopla that the winning team gets, or whatever the case may be. They got to do something to make it more. They give them more drive and more incentive to compete. Because right now, only thing they doing is, well, I'm an all-star. I'm either going one or two things. I'm just going to say I'm out here, or I'm going trying to be the MVP.
Right.
Yeah. I remember Kobe used to carry that type of attitude where, he was out there checking there. He was checking whoever. Or remember, when Mike was about to retire, everybody wanted to check him for a quick second. I shut down Jordan for 2 or 3 plays, or everybody would get off their feet when two elite ball players would be checking each other, or trying to guard each other.
Right? Isn't that what it's about? That's what the All-Star game is supposed to be about.
And we've lost that. Now it's a how many points you can get, or like I said, don't hurt yourself, because you still, you got the rest of the week to be with your family, but you ain't trying to hurt yourself in the All-Star game. It's just, we've moved away from that for years now. But they're and I want to say this here. The reason behind it, well, I ain't gonna say this is my reason. Okay. There are way more superstars now. Back in our cut, like the closest superstar I had Dominique Wilkins here, and the next closest person to him was what? When you went up to Boston, that's when you had Bird, and you had Reggie, you had Mike in Chicago. You had one superstar, everywhere. But now it's a bunch of them. Everybody, is great players. I think I made the analogy last time on Sunday when Bird won the championship the last few times. He got 17, and the average guy now is getting 26 points, and he ain't making it, or 25, and he ain't making it. So the level of talent is there, but the level of competition is not there anymore. Yep, maybe you need more teams. Maybe you need or what about this, guys? Let me throw this out there. What if they had an all-star tournament? 4 games or something. I don't know. Where you got to make it to a championship or something, like how they do the in tournament. Maybe for an all-star tournament for a level of competition. You know,
a 5-on-5 type thing.
it could be. Just you add more to it, just so there's a level, where everybody can get a little something. Or like you said, if a 5-man team can win it, it could be for that whole weekend. Start Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make it a little small tournament. Who knows?
I like that. I like that idea.
Like saying, my team is the best All-Star team.
Right. Yeah. Snike said he liked the idea of the 1-on-1 tournament. And then
just
also,
take too long.
Yeah. Right. Then he also said, not fair. Most people were not as that intense as Bean was. That's true. And Kanisha says, imagine getting paid millions of dollars and still needing more incentive to perform a bunch of defense. Yeah. But I do like, because I watched the rookie, rookie and rising stars when they played the sophomores. When they played, they broke theirs up into 4 groups.
They had like a tournament. Yeah,
like a tournament. They did like a tournament, and I thought they played a little harder.
But remember when they brought in the sophomores and rookies, they had to do that because they were bringing in more stars. There were more guys that was, that couldn't make it on the regular All-Star. So they had to, like I said, they had to do the sophomores against the freshmen just so they can have more looks, for people can have more look at the guys out there. Because, what is it? The All-Star team is 12-12, right? That's just not enough. It's not, it's way more stars.
I think you can do. You take okay. So the All-Star team is 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the East and West, you take that 12, and then you take the next 12 in voting, and that'll be your 2 teams for East and West that's gonna play against each other. So these All-Stars, they got voted in, don't want to get showed up by the people that didn't get voted in. Because they say, hey, I'm in. I'm an all-star. But you go come in, these people that didn't get voted in come in and go beat your head in. You don't want that to happen.
I would break it up, like I said, like say in the East. It'd be the East, South, East, North, or break it up in 4s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. East, North, South, East, and West. Like you said, get a 5-man team. Break it up, or a 6-man. Because you gotta have somebody coming on the bench. cut the time in half, like 21 or something. But. Yeah. And make it a small tournament,
Yeah, do it like they do Ice Cube's thing. Get to a certain point, it's over.
Yeah. Or do it like they do when they all go to UCLA and play. They say the runs at UCLA be legendary when they out there playing. And hey, game to 11. Let's go. 2s and 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Lose or get off.
Yep.
That's what you go back to your roots, man. Go back to where it started. Like you just in the back gym, hitting it in.
21. First 1 to 21.
USA versus the world. Ooh.
That's the Olympics. No, that's the Olympics,
Well, I guess you may be talking about, I guess, because you got some players in the NBA that are not from the US.
True, but
do you have enough that's not from the U.S. to make a whole team?
Oh yeah.
Are we as dominant as we used to be?
I think that's what makes you compete right there, though. I honestly like that one.
What you mean for the All-Star? So you would say for the All-Star?
Yeah, All-Star. Divide U.S. against the world.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of discriminative,
Discriminative.
Oh, you're talking about what if enough Europeans don't make All-Star? That's what you mean?
I'm just saying this. I don't know. Like we're here in the United States, and it's supposed to be the NBA. I get it, but you put the NBA against the world. Who are you to say that you're NBA? Because you're from the United States, so you might well say it's USA versus everybody else. So you can't say the NBA versus the world, Because at this point, that European guy is the NBA.
No, he's saying USA. USA versus the world.
Yeah.
That's a little. No, I wouldn't do that for All-Star Week. That's right. I would. I just feel like you're singling out. I don't know, or you're. That's discrimination.
It wouldn't be like the Olympics, because the Olympics they play on different teams, but this time they're all on the same team.
Remember when Yao Ming was in the league? He was just one guy in China. What am I doing?
Right.
You know?
Right. That's why it's different than playing in the Olympics than it is this year.
Yeah.
Like, so if you
Yeah.
if you got
So-
now you
so-
got Yao Ming, Luka, Dirk Nowitzki,
Yeah.
all on the same squad. Drazen Petrovic, rest in peace. You know, you get all of them on the same squad versus a USA, all-star team. Hey man, you might have something there, man. Hey, you might be on to something right there, Snack.
That's still weird to me.
Phil said they did that one year. He said they did that.
Who said that?
Phil, because Phil said that.
I remember doing that one.
Yeah.
Doing a win.
I kind of remember something, but I don't think it was I thought it was like the rookies or the rookies playing against them.
Oh, I know when they did it. It's called the Olympics.
He said Shea, Joker, Giannis, Luka, all on one team. Right. Yes, Snack. That's a squad, man.
But what if they don't like each other? You know, it's sort of like
it's all-star. It's an
You're all-star.
Yeah, it's all-star game.
You think everybody's like there? They grin. I mean, they probably don't like each other during the season.
It's sort of like Palestine and Palestinian. Like
come on, Cole, you take it to this extreme now, man.
I'm just saying they may not. I don't know. You don't know that they want to play ball with each other. And like I said, the European ball is probably deeper than we know or understand. They might not like each other.
But the ones that made the All-Star game, they playing with each other.
Yeah.
I guess. So you got voted in by the NBA.
This might be.
You have to play. I must play.
This might be the best suggestion I think I've heard for them to get, because you got to get competing back in. People are talking about, man, should we get rid of the All-Star game because it's so bad.
Yeah, I would get rid of it. I would get rid of it.
But I think this is an excellent idea. NBA, if you're watching the Crew and You, Snack Panther gave you a great idea.
Against the USA against the world.
I think I'm all for that. I'm all for that. You don't like it?
Nope.
Oh man. All right. So while we're still in the NBA, Jock Vaughn for the Brooklyn Nets has been fired again.
Again? Oh, my bad.
It's been
again.
He got let go last time. And I want to say right after Steve Nash got laid off or fired or released.
He was interim, right, or something.
He was interim, and they let him go after his interim. Actually, and he actually did a really, really good job with him, and they let him go. And they will let him go again. And they're saying because lack of effort from the players. All right. Once again, now the lack of effort is costing coaches their jobs. Certain coaches, let's say that. Certain coaches their job. But they also said it wasn't just that. They also said that he cost the team, the organization, $100,000 because they didn't play some of their key players against the Milwaukee Bucks. And
they weren't gonna win no way. What?
But the league says.
The league fined.
Yeah, league fined them $100,000. If it's a big game, we want to see. I don't know what big players they had. They wanted to see so bad with Brooklyn, but hey.
But if these players come to you and tell you they hurt,
what can you do?
What can you do?
Mm-hmm. Right. I feel bad for him. I actually think he's a good coach. I do think he's a good coach. I think he's been dealt a horrible hand.
The one thing good about the NBA is like when you lose your job like that, you're gonna be on somebody's bench somewhere coaching. Like that coaching fraternity will pull you in. It's just I think I agree with you when, like I said, when it's unfair because he may not get that shot again. Or it will be a while. You know what I mean? So I agree, but then I know he'll be coaching on the bench. The only person that I will say has been blackballed is Mark Jackson. right now that we know currently that will not get another shot. You know what I mean? So and we just don't understand why, but he's not. Yeah, he ain't working right now. He ain't commentating.
Dang, Corey.
I'm just saying they've been screwing that dude, man. That was a good 1-2 punch with him and what's his name? Used to be the coach of the Knicks.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Van
they were
Gundy.
great. Van Gundy, yeah, they were great. How do you get rid of one and don't justify getting rid of the other one?
I'm gonna give y'all, just before we move on to the NFL, I'm gonna give y'all the Nets roster, and y'all tell me how many games y'all think this team should win. Okay. Keita, Bates, Diop, Mikal Bridges.
I'm sorry. Are you speaking English? What'd you just say?
Keita, Bates, Diop.
That's a name. Oh, that's a name. Okay, man.
Yeah. Mikal Bridges.
What did he say?
Yeah. Nick Claxton, Noah Clowney, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cameron Johnson, Keon Johnson, Dennis Schrader, Dayron Sharp, Ben Simmons, Dennis Smith Jr., Cam Thomas, Lonnie Walker IV, Trenton Walford, Derek Whitehead, and Jalen Wilson.
Can I say something? So, listen, Ben Simmons played. He played. I forget what game where he played 38 minutes and then take one shot. Then take one shot. He passed it 24 times, and then take then shoot one time at the basket. Now it's stuff like this. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. That's pathetic. You don't put up one basket. You ain't trying. I get it that he has an anxiety issue with shooting the basketball. How? I guess I'm just confused with it on this team. With your question, Gio, how many games they can win? We don't know because you got guys that's on that squad that will not put up a shot. You in the paint and you dish it out to take a three, so somebody else can shoot it, and you're still on an NBA roster. Why?
And like you say, it's the NBA, the National Basketball Association.
And you just
And that may help cost this guy his job. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. He should have been doing it. He shouldn't be playing.
So sooner or later they gotta hold the players accountable too. I mean, firing the coach is not always the right answer.
Yeah.
But how can you play 34 minutes? Well, it's 48-minute game, right?
Yeah.
And you play 34 minutes and you passed it 24 times. Like that's like you doing your part. I guess maybe doing defense. I know we got some defensive guys that don't take a shot, but if you're a point guard,
shout out to my guy Mike Prince, man.
That's what's up. Where he at?
I don't know, but he like Ben Simmons. I know he like Ben Simmons.
Man, I thought he said. I thought he said.
I'm about to say
the chat line.
Okay. And anyway, but that's what I'm saying. How if you're supposed to be an elite point guard in this league, because I think he went number one whenever he came out the draft, right? He was number one out of LSU, and has a problem with shooting the ball. And your question was how many games do we feel like the Brooklyn Nets are going to win? How many games are left?
Like 27, I think it is.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so 27 games.
Yeah.
And what's their record right now?
Losing record. Let's see. Their record. Yeah, their record is not really that bad. 21-33.
21-33.
I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I mean,
what are the Hawks' record off the top of your head, G?
They're 24-31. So the Hawks are only 3 games ahead of them. Now, let me say this: they are on a pretty bad losing streak. I think they have the 3rd worst record since I think in the last 20 games or 25 games, I think they have like the third worst record. Only the Wizards, the Nets, only the Wizards, only the Wizards and the Pistons have a worse record in that span than they do. So that could play a part, but he doesn't have a roster that can win. They didn't help this man out with giving him a roster that can compete against anybody.
Okay, I can go for that because, like I said, with that the Ben Simmons ain't helping either.
Yeah, I think he got a raw deal. Once again, I don't think they're setting him up for failure. And then when he fails, oh man, you're not getting the team to play at the level that they should be playing. What do you think they got?
I gave you a steak with a pork chop with butter knives.
Right, you got rid of all his players that he had, and now you still want him to compete. I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair. But that I feel bad for my guy. I hope Jacques finds him a new spot. Let me see. He said, Stack said those two back-to-back butt whoopings to the Celtics didn't help. Yeah, they didn't. Right. The best team in the league, and you're arguably one of the worst teams in the league. You're not going to play well against them. You don't. They got one big, and his name is Nick Claxton. He's 6'11".
He written as a big.
He's 6'11", 195 pounds, something like that. Like
he's kind of like Wembyana.
Right.
Is he kin to Speedy Claxton?
I know. He's a Georgia boy though. He came out of Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, he came out of Georgia.
Y'all remember Speedy Claxton?
I do remember Speedy Claxton. He had a good NBA career. He played a long time. Played a long time. Played with Allen
role player.
Yeah, played with Allen Iverson quite some time too. That's a backup. But let's go ahead and go into the NFL. I know we were running out of time.
Before we do that, real quick, can I ask y'all a question? Because I heard this earlier today, in the essence of basketball. Before we move to football, so in college they were saying that right now the essence of college basketball is being run by the ladies. You know, they're more popular female basketball players than there are men basketball players in the NCAA. And I guess the question was, I'm gonna ask y'all the question, because they were asking each other this on Sports Shop Radio. Can you name like the D1 key player on Kansas roster? Can you name the hottest player on Kentucky's roster? Can you name, USC's hottest b-ball player? And they start going at, like the ladies ball, they were naming them. They was just like, these ladies, they were naming them. When's the last time,
That's a great point. Isaiah Collier for USC. I only know him because his coach was on our show.
Right. And then Purdue, they were saying the guy from Purdue, who, because he was a national player, but they were like, tell me when's the last time you said, listen, this is the hottest guy, at these Division I schools, when can he said, can you name the hottest guy? And he said, you can't.
I can't even name the hottest guy at Duke.
They named Duke. They named USC. I'm doing that with Chuck here.
UCLA. Who's UCLA?
Yeah.
Kentucky. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I think Arizona was the number one squad for a minute. I know they have Caleb Love.
Yeah.
From North Carolina. But I only know that because he came from North Carolina. Snack says Edie from Purdue. Right.
Everybody know Edie, right? That's a given, right?
I know Armando Baycott from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right. The big guy. Yeah.
Is he the main dude now still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We talked about him last year too, right? So but what they were saying was that they were saying that it used to be, that you knew who the latest hot guy was, the one that's, when the draft comes, these guys here, 1 through 10. He said you can't name the top 10. Yeah. Ladies basketball is getting more hype, more exposure, more, they're putting out more product that you want to see. And I was like, is that right? And I was sitting there and I said, I gotta ask this question in terms of basketball. Because like I said, we've been talking about competition, the level of being able to compete, the art of competing. Mm-hmm. We're not getting the names now either.
Wow. I honestly feel like that whoever said that is right on point.
That dude,
I don't disagree. I don't
yeah,
disagree.
he ran off about 20 teams. He's like, tell me who, he said, give me a ball player on Auburn, give me a ball player on Georgia, give me a ball player in Florida, give me a Miami ball player. We were just like, it was
I only know a couple of those players because like they're from Georgia. I kind of followed them and when
from
I
high
was
school.
coaching. Yeah, from high
Oh,
school.
okay.
So
Okay.
like Bruce Thornton from Ohio State, KD Johnson, he's at Auburn. So I know these people. My guy Matthews he was at Florida State. Now he's in Miami. So I
These are
only know
superstars that you're naming off?
these are their best players, or their pretty much best players on the squad.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, you did good. You just round up about five.
But that's only because I know them from high school.
Okay.
I don't really know them from college. Like I couldn't name anybody else that's playing in college. Like
yeah, like you said, the UCLA's, the Dukes,
okay. I don't know anybody playing for them. UConn, Michigan State, Michigan.
Right.
Who's running that over there? That's great. That's Indiana, Iowa.
What? Look, what'd you say?
All right, man. All right, NFL. My Cowboys have hired Jimmy Johnson as a consultant to the team. Do y'all think this will help or hurt the Dallas Cowboys? And we only want to talk about this with the Decatur's most delightful form because he will keep us in check while we talk about this.
Okay, so I'll comment first, and then I'll let you guys fight for a little while. So it was told to me that when he showed that fight, that resilience during the playoffs, this was something that Jerry he hadn't seen, but he was like, listen, that's your fire right there. Bring that fire in. There were so many ex Cowboy players that they felt what Jimmy was coming from during that time. The reactions from ex Cowboy players and ball players alike was like, this is what you're missing. So you need this to help. Like you said, light a fire back on it, because I think you say this every year. It's championship or bust, and y'all running it back with that same squad. So this is, from what they're looking at, this is the lighter fluid. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling OG, I ain't making it up now. Hold tight.
I'm not saying you're making it up.
But
I'm letting you finish.
But that's what I'm saying. So that when they showed his, he was almost drawing the tears in anger at the same time, because he was just that fired up behind the effort that he saw out there. Bring him in.
It wasn't for show. It wasn't for show. He really, that was something that he really felt inside. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that was the reason for, they're like, listen, you can't, you've been running from Jimmy for a long time. Bring him back in, and maybe this is the key turnaround. So I don't have a problem with the hire. I'm hoping that he brings that fire in there.
You what?
I don't know, G. I'm just.
What you mean? You hope he bringing that fire in there? I mean, you got a team, man. You don't want nobody else to be fired up.
If you can make your ex Cowboy players that fired up, where they're doing podcasts, they're doing Facebook, they were talking amongst each other. They fired up the guys that wanted to suit up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snack says Cowboys need to shut their owner up if they really want to win.
It's getting out of control because my thing is, why did Jimmy Johnson just start doing this year? Why he was so far?
They were close.
They've been close. They've been 12-5 for how many years? How many years? No. They've been 12-5.
But this year, man, we come on, be for real. The expectations this year that Cowboys squad.
They get the same expectations every year. So my thing is, why are you so fired up this year? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you're so fired up this year.
Why so fired up?
Because they decided to put him in the Ring of Honor. So now he's fired up. He's fired up now. And then two. If I'm McCarthy, and your owner telling me I'm the head coach, but I'm not doing a good enough job as being the head coach. I need to bring somebody in here to fire the team up, basically saying I can't do it.
You think Jimmy Johnson needed the Ring of Honor at Cowboy Stadium? He didn't need. He was already a Hall of Famer, huh?
But why didn't do it before now?
Because they were close. I ain't gonna lie to you. They weren't expected to get mollywopped like that by Green Bay, and that's what I'm saying.
How many playoff games they won this year?
Well, hold on. Go back to G's reaction after that.
No. I'm going by your statement saying they were close.
They were close. They didn't expect to get beat by Green Bay.
How many playoff games they win this year?
One. None. Is it none?
None. Yeah, none.
None. But you saying they're close. They're not close.
What we were saying, they had been dominant all year. You know what I'm saying? They've been there. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I've given them more props this season than I have in the past three.
And why I don't know, but anyway,
because I'm fair. You know, that's why. But like I said, honestly, none of us picked Green Bay when that game came up.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because they should they should breeze through Green Bay, get to the next level. They were gonna breeze through the Eagles or whatever. It had the best chance of making it happen. And when we saw it losing the way they were, Jimmy Johnson got fired up. Yeah. Like, what are y'all doing out there? You know, is not. Huh? The
problem I have is if I'm the head coach, okay, and you bringing in somebody, that people think have the mindset that you have to get the team fired up, then what am I doing here?
He's a consultant.
Yeah, because a lot of teams have consultants nowadays, right?
No. They do have consultants. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear the whole statement that Cole was making? He fired up. He can previous players fired up too. I mean, so he's not coming in as a consultant. That's not the reason Jerry Jones bringing him in.
What other reason would it be?
What do you think he's bringing him in as, OG? What do you think it is?
A ring of fire? I mean, I was a ring of honor employee?
No, he's bringing him in to be the coach.
No, Jimmy Johnson ain't finna coach no more.
He's too old to coach.
Yeah, he don't, you know.
They say the same thing about what's my man's name? New England. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the 49ers trying to bring him in as a consultant.
But you hear nobody saying they bring him in because he got everybody all fired up and everything.
You bringing them in because they needed a scapegoat for firing Wilkes, Wilkes and some more stuff, and to probably help him when he makes those mistakes, with losing these games. That's what he brings.
But if all the coaches out there, that have not been placed yet, right? You decide and go get Jimmy Johnson has been out of coaching for how long? So he's just gonna leave it. He gonna leave his job to come to the Cowboys. Is that what we're saying? The current job.
No, I think he can still do both. I think someone was still doing both. So
he can do both.
He can still do both.
How you gonna do both?
I got an answer for that, and I know G, you hadn't really chimed in on it because I've been trying to keep y'all both from jumping on. I guess you hadn't had to, but I've never figured that I had to defend the Cowboys in front of G to you.
I don't understand why you're doing it anyway. That just behooves me, man.
Let's look at 2023 from a Jerry Jones standpoint. He had to tuck in his shirt, tighten up your tie and go and say, Jimmy Johnson, I've been holding out this Ring of Honor for 25 years, which we should have been done. Mm-hmm. I got to swallow my pride and do what I should have done years ago. Mm-hmm. Now, when you show on national TV that you've been a Cowboy, how about them Cowboys all this time? Mm-hmm. Why am I seeing this and you're not OG? I mean, I don't get it. But what he's doing is he's putting his pride aside and bringing back the guy that probably could have helped him years ago. Mm-hmm. As a consultant. That's it. Like, I may need you to help me here because I thought I was a better GM. I thought I was a coach. I thought I was this. Maybe we done buried the hatchet. Help me out here. What am I missing?
What am I missing?
Why am I seeing that? And
when it comes to playoff time, what's different from when in 1995 to right now? What is going on that is different? And Jimmy Johnson's gonna come in there and he's gonna say this, and this. right here. You're not doing this and that. They're doing too much of this or not enough of that. This needs to change.
So are we saying that Jimmy Johnson's going to be the person to get them over the top?
Jimmy Johnson is going to be. I'm not going to say that yet. I'm not going to
say that. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead and say it. I'm going to say, I'm going to pull my phone.
You see how you trying to pull me in.
I'm about to say,
you trying to pull me in. Look, I'm not falling for it.
I've been the video recording. I'm good for video recording.
Well, okay. Just keep it moderate, G. What do you think he's there for? Moderate level.
I think just that. I think he's here to show him what he can change in the process of moving forward in the playoffs. I think he's really there for the play. I think Mike McCarthy has it under control for the regular season. It's something in the playoffs that's not clicking with the team. I think he's there to solve it. I think he sees it. That same, like Corey said, that passion that he displayed at halftime.
He would have been in that locker room. Yep.
That would have permeated through the whole locker room. If they were able to see what he did at halftime, I think it would have helped out. Honestly.
But if he's been vested all this time, why is he just not coming out now? It's not the first time that Dallas has had a disappointing season, been in the playoffs.
And OG, I think you might be not on to something, but I think he's able to really express how he's still a Cowboy inside.
Yeah, they buried the hatchet.
They buried the hatchet. Like, because they finally they finally had that conversation that they hadn't had in 20 years.
So, like I said, he got the ringer on, and now he's all personal now with the Cowboys.
No, they finally hashed out all their differences, all their issues that they had. You know, all that's in the past. All that is buried now. And Jerry Jones doing that, putting him in a ring of honor, that was I apologize thing to you. That was
okay.
And that's why he going in. So,
but he's always wanted to go in. He's always wanted to. He's always wanted to, but he just never could.
Didn't want to get fired. Didn't want to get pushed out. Yeah. You know, imagine that guy that you don't like. It was probably be a friend or whatever, and then finally go, "Hey man, you know, 20 years. I was just jealous of you, man. You know, I didn't give you just due, man. My bad. You know." Then finally you go, "You know what? I've been waiting for you to say that." Yeah. You know,
as usual, we don't see eye to eye on stuff.
What negative can you possibly pull from this? I get you don't like the Cowboys, but
I just gave you all the negative.
There's no negative. There's no room for it.
There is negative.
He said there is negative. No.
So Jimmy Johnson and all these coaches that's out there that don't have a home right now. Jimmy Johnson is the only consultant. Even though you have coaches that have not been out of the game for 10, 15 years, he is the only consultant out there that can potentially help the Cowboys. Just because he made this one little scenario during the halftime. The only one.
He said, OG, don't forget like that.
Hey, for real. Why would you bring in, like, okay, say there was a Falcon consultant. Say there was a Commanders consultant. Why am I listening to you?
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about all these coaches out there that don't have a home right now.
Ron Rivera.
Any of them that don't have a home right now.
They don't. He's not.
Jimmy Johnson has been. How long has Jimmy Johnson been at the game?
About 25 years.
Yeah.
25 years.
But he's been in the game. He's been watching.
He left.
You hear what I say? I said how long he's been out of coaching.
He's not coaching that he's doing. He's consulting.
He's not going to be no doggone consultant. He's giving advice. He's coaching.
You know what a consultant is? No, it's not.
No,
like he just said. You bring that consultant in to consult to tell you what. Hey man, listen. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna give you my personal analysis on this. He could be a coach. Can we agree to this right here? Jimmy Johnson for 25 years has been an NFL analyst, right? He just got promoted to consult.
Always raise these comments, but don't have no team.
What?
He don't have no team. How you gonna raise comments like this? Don't have no team.
What?
Joe Gibbs. You all do need Joe Gibbs to come back and consult, man.
But you know what Joe Gibbs doing? Joe Gibbs racing. That dude is NASCAR.
Y'all need Troy Aikman to come back and consult.
He probably could.
He probably want to too.
Yeah.
Because he was upset too. He was
upset.
So why you bring him back then?
Because he
didn't do that.
He's not leaving ESPN.
Right, and we wasn't moved by his comment.
Yeah. He didn't move us like that.
When I tell you them other, okay, so you had right next to Jimmy, you had Terry and all, like other 5 guys. They saw that passion in him, and they had to kind of hold him because he was, he almost had a heart attack. He's been waiting to do that for years, which is open up and give his, like I said, put that cowboy hat back on. And I feel you. I feel you, G. I don't know what OG found the negative, but it's time to find negative, but
I appreciate you, man.
I'm sure what I had to go do, man. I had to give me a piece of cheese.
Oh Lord.
Because I'm hitting all this wine. I'm just tired. I need to give me a glass of wine and some cheese, bro. Because I'm here to tell you.
Hey, listen, if you want to keep it a buck, there are a bunch of teams that could use a good consultant. Not a coach that did not win.
I got one quick question to ask you, Corey.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna ask this question because it's always seemed to be going this way. So this season, G has declared that he has a different basketball team. So he has a primary team and he has a secondary team. So what it sounds like to me is that you got a primary team and you got a secondary team, and they both happen to be in the NFC.
No, Cowboys is not my secondary team.
You could have fooled me.
He just giving an honest opinion.
I said, where did I show loyalty? Where did I say that I'm giving up? I didn't do it.
When you say, I hope this dude come in here and he do this.
I do. You want to,
Why?
You want to be good at his job.
Where is he going?
Secondary team, man.
It's not secondary. I didn't say that. He said he won. I just said I can see where, because he asked, was this a good pickup? Or was this a good?
Right. Was it going to hurt or harm? And he said it's not going to harm. Yeah.
We are not going to see eye to eye.
Let me tell you something. If Matt Ryan, because he just got into commentating, if Matt Ryan would have did the blow up, bring him in, Bring him in.
And he moved everybody like that.
Yeah.
You got to bring him in.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan ain't coming back to y'all. Y'all kick Matt Ryan out.
What you failed to listen to when I said what I said was the effect that he had on multiple players. Yeah. You had guys like Emmitt Smith. He went on a rant for about 30 minutes about the same thing because of that same thing. You had
when did this happen? When did this happen?
After the loss.
They happened after the loss or during halftime?
No, it was after the loss that I saw Emmitt's comment.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy
Johnson was on what is it, NFL.com or what, like
halftime.
Yeah.
It was halftime.
Yeah.
You watched the game? Did you not see it?
I didn't need to. What I need to see that for? I saw what I was
saying. It's crazy. You didn't even see it, and you getting on me. You didn't even see it, OG.
I did see it. I saw what I wanted to see, but I didn't see that. No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I didn't see it.
Well, you would have put your helmet and your shoulder pads on too if you would have heard it then.
It was no different. Remember, he probably would have. I ain't gonna lie to you. Remember when we heard Kirby Smith's halftime speech? Kirby Smart. Yeah, it was the same way. It just some speeches have a effect on you. You know.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna. I felt the emotion in Jimmy Johnson.
What's the difference between Kirby Smart and Jimmy Johnson?
In terms of those speeches?
Yeah. What's the difference?
Nothing. It was exciting speeches.
No, it ain't. One's a head coach, and one is on commentary on the network.
One was commentating on y'all getting y'all butt kicked. Get out there and win this game. Show these guys that y'all Georgia Bulldogs. I can't say what he was saying, but what it was, it fired up.
That's coming from your head coach.
It's coming from a coach. It's coming from somebody else.
A coach.
Coaches get fired up.
Is Jimmy Johnson a coach?
You know how many consultants started?
He's always going to be a coach, man. He's always a coach.
Yeah.
Is he a current hired coach?
when
any
people
team right now.
when players see Coach Jimmy Johnson, they say, "What's up, Coach?" Hey,
Okay,
Coach. He's always a coach, man.
but he's not in the profession. Yeah, he could be a coach if he did it.
He ain't commentating NBA and soccer. He come for 16
He
games
is
a
not
year.
a coach. He is not a coach.
He's one of the greatest coaches.
He's a consultant.
See, there we go with our secondary team again.
We talking about the individual. We talking about Jimmy Johnson here, right? Not the Cowboys. We talking about Jimmy Johnson.
So you talking about when he was at Miami?
He was a damn good coach.
At Miami.
Yes.
Okay.
He wasn't.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
Okay.
But that's not what you was talking about, though.
I'm talking about a good coach that's consulting, that's gonna probably help to get the Cowboys to the next level.
It's gonna do what? It's gonna do what?
Send me a link. Y'all getting off my brother.
It's gonna do what?
Can help them.
I got this. They can't do this. They can't do this.
So how much time you got? How much time you got, Corey?
I got. Well, I don't went out of it. I'm still keep going. I'm out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get off of this, man. I done got my OG up there all hot, man. So
I'm not hot. I don't get hot about this.
They take the O out and put an A in and add an E.
Age.
Hey.
Oh, hate. Oh.
I'm not hate. I can tell my brother, y'all call it hate. I call it keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
There we go. All right.
Keeping it real also goes right.
Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. I'm not going to talk about Dak Prescott and his contract yet because we don't have enough time for all that. But Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry will most likely be on the free agent market. 2 questions. How much do you think they're going to garner? And who do you think would be the best place for both of these players to go?
I would say Saquon to Buffalo.
That's not bad.
Him going to Buffalo will open up the pass.
Don't they got Cook over there.
So you want Cook or you want Saquon?
Saquon demands a little bit more touches in that offense. I don't know if he'll fit to me.
To me, Saquon will open up the passing game even more.
It's messed up that where I'm about to go with this, but Saquon to the Cowboys.
Whoa, that's what I knew it. That's
and you know something. You know something.
My man, listen, come on, man. Let's keep it real, man. Keep it a buck. Golly.
And I'm telling you why you're saying that. You know why? You know who they're trying to copy? Who they trying to copy? If they did that, who would they be trying to copy?
Who would they be trying to copy?
If they did that, who would they be trying to copy?
Help us out here.
Team out west.
San Francisco?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
that's not a bad team to try to copy. It's not a bad time.
So is Saquon as good as McCaffrey?
I think he has the same skill set. He just don't stay as healthy as McCaffrey does.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Yeah, he can't.
Y'all go out to Saquon, huh?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I know you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Saquon and Houston.
And I can see now Saquon. I don't know. Well, let's see. And then King Henry. I was gonna put King Henry at Houston. You know.
Ooh, that tough running game. Ooh, yeah, that it.
So why Saquon can't go to Houston?
Okay, Saquon to Houston, and then Derrick Henry to flip him if you want. You know.
I ain't sending nobody to Dallas.
I know they ain't send nobody to the Commanders neither, but I'm just saying. If you ask where they
that's just what I'm saying. You pro Dallas.
No, I'm pro Atlanta. You know what I mean? But a lot of I will say this here. Now, hey, I'm not answering the question. Maybe G did this personally, you know, perfectly, because it makes sense. I know you don't hear it, but
it does make sense. I feel you on that. King Henry to Baltimore.
No. Oh man, that ain't bad though. Henry to Baltimore. Because they do need a running back, right? They picked up. Didn't they pick up?
They had like 5 of them. Like they had like 5. They
Gus. Gus is about the same age as Henry. You know.
Yeah. Dobbins, he hurt, and I think he a free agent. So,
yeah, they just picked. He only had that 10-day contract, right?
Well, he was on 1-year deal. I think it was.
Okay, I thought they just got him off the waiver wire. But
no, he was a starter, and got hurt.
Who was the one they picked up for the Super Bowl?
Cook.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin
Cook. He could go up there, because I know he still say he want to get at least 20 touches. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad spot.
The only thing that worries me there is because he would have to play at least 8 games in some frigid weather.
He played in Tennessee.
He played in Tennessee.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've driven there. And it don't get as frigid at 3:00. They don't play a lot of 8:00 games. It ain't frigid at 3. In Baltimore, it's you
get paid big bucks. Toughen up.
You can say that if you want to, but like I said, them prima donnas ain't running hard. He had plenty of games where he can run hard in Tennessee.
Yeah, he still got it. And he's already working out already.
I mean, pulling refrigerators and stuff, that ain't, on the commercials, that ain't.
No, he in the gym getting it already, dog. I mean, he's been getting it for the last couple weeks. Before the Super Bowl started, he was back working out again. So
I don't see nobody else saying Saquon to Dallas.
He looking for golly. Oh Lord.
Saquon to the Chargers,
or maybe Saquon to the maybe Saquon to the Browns. Because Chubb's gonna come back.
You get Chubb back, and then you got Hunt there still.
But Hunt, they only sign Hunt for a year. They don't know if they're gonna bring him back. But like I said, if you want fresh legs between the two of them, you don't want to just put Chubb back in. You just want to kind of ease him in there. Let him run behind.
Who could be your starter?
Saquon at the beginning, because Chubb just he gonna be still just getting back. So you probably
but when Chubb gets 100%, though, Chubb will be the running back for that team.
That's a lot of money. That's gonna be running backs though.
The only reason why I wouldn't put him there, I wouldn't put Saquon at the Browns, because that's 4 ACL tears on 2 players.
Yeah, and a lot of money. I think Chubb's getting like 13 million or something like that.
Yeah,
but you're gonna pay at least 8 for Saquon. That's 21 million between 2 running backs. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think.
We're gonna go back to that same problem we had last year with this running back situation, and especially with Saquon. They're not gonna garner the money that we think they are, because like you said, the running back situation is terrible. Yeah, like the market is terrible. But then, like you said, with Saquon, he got 2 ACL tears, and I get it. He wants a max bag, but when he's in, he's dominant. But if he gets hurt, you just put a bag of money into rehab. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will say this here, and the reason why I said Cowboys, because Cowboys have, been known to fix a lot of that stuff. Or Saquon will need to be in a spot where that rehab, the play is not going to, hurt him. I don't know if he needs to be outside. I don't know if he, inside. I don't know what it needs to be, but wherever it is, it's got to be, it has to help his health. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's I didn't think about that. Either one to the Panthers to help Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he went there, he'll be the feature back. He'll be the feature on every play, like how they played McCaffrey. When McCaffrey was on the line, he was, in the slot. He was everywhere. They'll wear him out in Carolina.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I guess we can end it on that, man.
Okay. Before we end it, give me 2 minutes with my guys.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about your Falcons, man. Let's talk about your Falcons. What's going on in ATL?
that's what I'm saying. Give me some suggestions. We need a quarterback. So they came out today. Raheem and Terry Fontenot said that the quarterbacks that are on our roster now will not be competing for the starting job. Now we're gonna lose one of them, and one may be able to stay as a backup. But that says that they're going out there to get a quarterback. And so today they were talking about Justin Fields. They were. I mean, I want y'all opinion on who y'all feel like could be a good fit for us. Should it be somebody in the draft? Should we move up to try to get one of these top 4 guys? What do y'all? Who do y'all see that could be a decent fit for Cowboy? I mean, sorry, for Cowboy, for Falcons. Falcon Nation. Said a lot about the Cowboys today.
Jay, look, Johnson, you talk about your guys, the Cowboys.
Yeah, right. For Atlanta, for Falcon Nation.
Okay, now we got that clarified.
Love that. I made that mistake at the wrong time with the wrong person. But anyway, yeah. So just real quick, who could you see under center? I mean, so I guess I'll throw this out there because Russell Wilson is available. He could probably be cheap. Kirk Cousins want 2 years, $90 million. But I don't. Coming off a Achilles tear, and then you got Justin. We can probably make a good trade for him. But should we go draft? Should we get somebody out there? What y'all think?
I don't know. To me, I guess it just depends on what direction the team is going in. If you
quarterback first,
right now I'm talking about when I say quarterback. I don't know if they want a seasoned quarterback, like you said, which would be, I guess, Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson. But I think Russell Wilson will come with the price. So you got a contract, right?
Yeah, but Russell Wilson will be the cheapest one out of those 3. Now, if we picked up Justin Fields, we'll just have to pick up his 5th-year option, which is, I think they say like 24, something like that. But we will have to commit to the 5th-year option. We would only have to pay him if we made a trade. We had to trade for him because he's still technically a Bear, because he got 2 more years left on his deal. But because they have the first pick in the draft, Caleb Williams, if they pick Caleb, Caleb is 4 for 22. So that means that they will save a lot of money. But like Justin was saying today, he unfriended the Bears and in NFL.com. But he was just saying he did that because he was tired of people saying you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna get traded. He just said he didn't want to hear it anymore because they were trying to say, does this mean something? But when he came in and made a statement today, he just said, when you have a job and people keep talking about it, you got to lose it. He said you kind of cut all that off. LeBron James does that every year. Actually, in the off season, he just cuts off NBA, social media, all that all together. So we've seen that before. It's just so that
who is your OC now?
Robinson from the
Rams, right? From the Rams. Okay,
yeah.
So you got a nice little passing game. You need somebody that's going to be quick passes.
It's just, I don't know. To me, it's kind of hard to say because I like Justin Fields, but Justin Fields, I think, still hadn't, and I guess he still has potential.
He has a lot of potential.
But is he going to be given enough time in Atlanta to be successful and show all that potential?
Right. And I will say, I agree with you there, OG. We hadn't seen it, and then he's had 4 offensive coordinators. He had a different OC every year. And that's you can't show potential when you've had 4 different guys every year. Yeah,
that's true too.
So I don't know what he could be. I don't know what Robinson could do for him. You know what I mean? So it's up in the sky with that. Like I know Kirk Cousins can do it, but to ask for $90 million, which is the going rate, 45 for 2, 45 a year. That's the going rate, is what Kirk was saying. That's the reason why I was asking for it. He can make those throws better. He can make those throws better than unproven. It's just, do you want to put 90 up?
Kirk is 35 years old.
36.
And all you need is a gap player right now. You don't need honestly, dog. I think for me, I think Kirk Cousins is the best bet. I think Kirk Cousins.
He just costs the most.
He's not going to cost you that much.
He already said he want 45 a year.
45 a year.
Yeah, that's what he's
45 a year coming off injury
for 2
That's
years.
what he asking for. He asking for 90 mil. He wants 45.
I don't think Kirk's gonna get 45.
I think he's gonna get it.
My thing is though is Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but are you looking for? I mean, is this an immediate impact? Are you looking at your future? I mean, but so if you're looking for immediate impact, is Kirk Cousins gonna come in and give you that immediate impact that you're looking for?
I think so. The weapons that he has two good running backs. He has receivers. He has underachieving tight end. I think so. I think they have a pretty good defense.
What about the O-line?
I think O-line is a struggle. They have to address that in the offseason.
Yeah.
So they have to address that in the offseason. But 45 a year is asking a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. That 45 is the going rate right now. This as of right now this year, 45 for a starting quarterback is what they're making.
We went over the starting quarterbacks a couple episodes ago, and we were talking about Baker Mayfield, where Baker Mayfield should be at, right? And we had Baker Mayfield at what?
Like 40,
30,
right?
39,
almost 40.
Almost 40. Kirk Cousins has to be down there with him.
No, Kirk Cousins, he got 2 or 3 more million than Baker, right?
I was not at 35 or 36.
Not at 35, 36 and coming off an injury.
Yeah, no.
Is he even going to be ready at the beginning of the season?
On the Achilles tear, I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm saying he's the most seasoned
quarterback. Said he was Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell is the cheapest out there. They said Russell, but I don't know if he will fit into the Atlanta.
Sierra, she's from Atlanta.
She don't even want to move back here. Sierra, yes, but she don't even want to come back. So I don't know if we need that prima donna,
So you're talking about 2 35, 36-year-old quarterbacks.
Man said,
so in 2 years, you could be having the same conversation again.
We could, but I fear you. It's just I'm just saying. That's why I brought it to to the table. It's we got a lot to do outside of those 3 guys or any other person that's available. I like trying to get somebody in the draft. You know what I mean?
How about Jacoby Brissett?
Jacoby has been what we thought he was, which is a solid backup, a career backup. Yeah, he's had a couple opportunities, and that's it. Hey, how you doing? You got a pee?
Yeah, Steve-O, welcome on, big homie. He said he'd go with Russell, man. He said he'd go with Russell.
I wouldn't go with. I wouldn't go with Russ. Oh my God, I don't want to hear. Don't go Falcons. Rise up. After we just lost the game.
Sierra said y'all ain't booing her husband.
I know, right? At home, back in her hometown. Oh my Lord, we'll send him back. And then Future's here. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna send anybody packing?
We are, but still, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Falcons Nation. I don't know. Like I said, he'll be a cheap pickup, but he did well because of the coaching that he got this year. But remember, those 2 years before that, he was trash.
Would you take 35-year-old Bo Nix?
No, I don't. He was good, but he's like I said, he is. Oh, is he 35?
I
don't think Bo Nix.
Oh, I was about to say.
I think like 28.
Yeah, I don't think he's 35.
He's had 2 neat things, right? One ACL tear and the other one was a kneecap replacement or something like that, right?
Oh no. Man, I don't know.
I don't know if I would want. Bo Nix. I'm thinking about Penix. I'm sorry. Bo Nix is. Bo Nix old too, ain't he?
Yeah, Bo Nix old. Yeah.
He's like 26.
28. I think he's like 28.
Help us out here.
23.
20.
He on 23?
That was just that. Bo Nick's age is 23.
Oh, that's right. He started playing at Auburn early, like 18.
Yeah, he's 23.
Really? They said he been in the league, been in college for like 7 years.
He played 6 seasons, almost 7. Because he was at Auburn for the crazy part was we had him at Georgia, but then he ended up leaving and he went to Auburn.
Right.
And then from Auburn he played for a nice while. Then he ended up playing those 3 seasons at Oregon.
Yeah.
So Jalen Daniels and Michael Penix the same age, 23.
Yeah.
Michael Penix 23 too?
Yeah.
They just look old. They seem old. Yeah.
Don't nobody want to pick up my boy Travis from Florida State?
He come out of injury.
And then I think he's projected to be a 2nd or 3rd round, bro.
Right.
I see him in the 3rd round if he available.
Okay.
You know. Not terrible. So, I appreciate it, Cal. You know. Want to add more?
Dang. He said Bo Nix is in the same high school class as Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
is crazy. Justin Herbert been in the league, what, 4 years?
And he's also with what's your boy name at Cincinnati?
Joe Burrow?
They all came out at the same time, man.
Wow.
They all were supposed to come at the same time.
Yeah, I'm talking about high school.
Oh, high school, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they.
All right. Well, I guess we done knocked this out, man. We done went long again, boy.
The old school, damn.
Old school.
What's up?
Yeah, talking about them Cowboys.
Mike, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's my guy. You know?
All right, man. Well, episode 76 in the book. We appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us, man. My guy, Snack Panther, not your average guy. Steve-O, welcome on. And we appreciate you rocking with us. James Littlejohn, Rodney Littlejohn. Let me see. Who else was out there? Oh, Not For The Views, my guy. My wife, Crystal Wright. My homeboy, Kamarie White. Terry Moses, thank you for rocking with us. My cousin, Phil Harris. My nephew, NF Skull. Kanisha Davis. Anybody else out there I may have missed, man, charge it to my eyes, not my heart. We love you. Remember to keep your head on a swivel and keep God first and continue to celebrate Black History Month. We got an extra day in this month, y'all. All right? We love y'all. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 8 o'clock, baby. We are out.
Did you do the hump day? Hump day? Did I miss it?
Hump day!
We'll see y'all.
Holla.